don't never get it wrong. We did what we supposed to do. And I think this year right now, everybody back to like, you know what I'm saying? All right, fuck it, let's have some fun. That's what I think it is. And like I said, I think they've been missing like guys like me. You know what I'm saying? I'm a real piece that you gotta take from or learn from and understand where the music coming from. You know what I'm saying? Where the sauce coming from. This album right here gonna prove it. Me losing my brother, I feel like I got a purpose. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I gotta go hard.
What's up, everybody? This is Rich Kleiman. We are in Miami Beach, and I'm here doing our Boardroom Cover Story. And I have the honor today to talk to my man, Atlanta's own Quavo. Quavo, welcome to the show.
What's happening? What's happening?
How you feeling?
I'm blessed, man. I'm in a good spot right now. I feel good.
Hungry?
Yes, sir. Real big chip on my shoulder.
Why?
Just ready to eat, you know. Summer's on the way, 2025. I feel like everything new, everything brand new. That's how I'm coming.
Does this feeling need to be like honed in some way? Like when you know you have this feeling, it's time to go, or do you stay like this?
It depends, you know what I mean? But a lot of it is like, with me, it feel like my culture moment, like when I drop culture.
Yeah.
It's that same chip, like, don't ever forget, you know what I'm saying, where we at and what I can do, what I can bring to the table.
You feel like people forgot?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
So when you see like the rap landscape now, like obviously the last year and a half has just been dominated by the conversation around the big three or Drake and Kendrick. So when you start ramping up for a project, like do you feel that slowing down a bit and the landscape opening up?
I feel like it's time for everybody to stand on their own pedestal. Over the years, there's been a lot of, you know, linking up and Avengers flex, you know what I mean? So you don't really know what address to put it on or what brand or what person to say, oh, this person's swag, because it was always together. So now it's like everybody on their own. You gotta get in the gym and get in your bag yourself. You know what I'm saying? You gotta figure out what bag and what skills you got on your own. That's what I think. That's what this year in rap is bringing to the table. Is like stand on your own city, stand on your own turf, and rock out.
It feels like you may feel like they forgot, but I feel like you're one of those like rare people that for the most part people are rooting for you.
For sure.
And then you get a lot of love
for sure
on social. Why do you think that is?
Because of consistency, you know what I'm saying? I always dropping songs, I always playing in different genres, showing them my versatility. And just, like I said, always dropping and actually just paying attention to what's going on out there.
Yeah. And you feel like you also, you're you, right? You feel like your authenticity comes through as well. That has to be a reason why people connect with you.
Oh yeah, it got to be in you and not on you. See, that's just second nature.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what I say, like, the chip come from when I see, like, swag is taken somewhere else and everybody, like, bought into something that's not authentic or anything that's coming from somewhere else. You know what I mean? That's where the chip come from.
When I used to work at Rock, I remember Jay's manager at the time when he was going back into the studio was like he about to check out from being Sean Carter, going in the phone booth, and he's about to turn into Jay.
Yeah.
When you're in this mode now, getting ready to put an album out, do you check out from certain things mentally?
No, I think that's my mentality every day. I'm always trying to get better, always watching other artists sometimes, you know what I mean, seeing what you can learn. And just stand in that body, you feel me? I think like ain't no check in and check out. Maybe he probably just went to a whole nother level because he was a businessman and like, you know what I mean? But as far as like him being Hove, I felt like he was that on and off, you know what I'm saying? On and out of the booth, you feel me? And then, like I was just saying, like once it just bleeds you and like, can't nobody stop it. It's like mama mentality. It's like you pull up to practice playing full game and just like on BS like when it's not even game time. You know what I mean?
So that mode is all year round, regardless of you in the studio. That mode is how you approach life. So you don't have to turn that on when it comes to making an album.
Nah, not at all. I made 5, 6 songs a day, so nah, it ain't.
Is it different when you get in the studio now, like thinking back, like I've heard this quote, like an artist like spends their entire life prepping for that first album, right? Every bit of their experiences in life is what defines that first project. And then sometimes you now are going 3, 4 years at a time. And even though your life has changed and you're experiencing different things, do you feel different knowing what you know now, knowing that you've built this wealth for you and your family? You are famous, people know who you are, people have acknowledged your music is great. When you go into the studio now, like, are you coming at it from this older, wiser perspective now, from the world you've been in?
It depends. Like now, yeah, for sure. Cause I'm trying to like satisfy like 5 different genres of music because I done, you know what I'm saying, did it. But like even with this album right here, I'm kind of like going back to the basics and going back to them days where I can just make an album in 2 days. You know what I'm saying? 5 songs a day. So if I sit in the studio and do 4 songs, 5 a piece, I want to wrap that up. I want you to see how I was feeling that week. You know what I'm saying? I want you to be a part of like the ups and downs, but at the same time, right now, how I'm feeling right now. So I'm back to like just going in the booth, going crazy. Let's drop it. Everything hard. We don't give a damn.
You don't give a damn.
You know what I'm saying? And that's going back to having fun and doing what you love. You know what I mean?
I saw your new video. It feels like you was having fun.
Yeah, for sure. Trapper rapper, that's it.
Yeah.
That's the one. That's the start of everything.
So is this is the period now? You ramping up for it?
For sure. I got an album coming out hopefully this summer called Satchmo. And like I said, just back to the basics.
Do you promote an album differently now that you've made it?
Hell yeah, now it's different. Like the content now, you gotta just keep flooding the streets of content, getting them snippets, making sure they feel it, making sure they're a part of the process. You know what I'm saying? So I'm kind of like just tapping into that right now, trying to make sure that they are part of this whole album.
No surprise drop.
No surprise drop. All my fans are gonna feel it. They're gonna be a part of it. They're gonna know what's going on.
Yeah, I feel like that phase is over a little bit. Cole still does some of that shit, but like, I feel like it's back a little bit to how it was when you put a mixtape out and you hit the road and made that shit bubble before the album came.
And then getting that instant feedback from the ground and from the social media and from Twitter is very key. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It lets you know like, shit, all right, we ain't gonna drop it. Let's not drop it. Or you can pull back and just focus on what they want. Be like, damn, when you see everybody saying they want the old this and old that, or they miss this or miss that, you don't got no choice but to, you know what I'm saying, satisfy your fans, because these are people who put you where you at today.
So you really pay attention to, you'll look at the comments and you'll look at the feedback.
Sometimes, but when I want to take them on a ride, then I'm like, all right, you got to accept this. You got to enjoy the ride. So like when I do like my country music, like Georgia Ways and songs like Tough, and I know sometimes I might make them upset, but at the same time, they got to get the picture because it's still, I'm an artist, you know what I'm saying? I can do all type of music.
Yeah. And how you feel about the way people are reacting right now to Trapper Rap?
Oh, I love it. I feel like the Bando days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I was reading. People were saying it felt that way.
Yeah.
So like, is success for you when you go into a project, the reaction from fans is part of what you judge success by? Or is it numbers? The numbers not matter to you? Or you just, or is it just the work you put in? And if you feel like you delivered on what you were supposed to do, then.
I mean, don't never get it wrong. We did what we supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? I did what I was supposed to do. The gang did what we supposed to do as Amigos. You know what I'm saying? It's just, you know what I'm saying? Me losing my brother, I feel like I got a purpose. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like I got to go hard. So like this next page and this next chapter, I just feel like I need to put 1,000% on my craft. You know, everything was just fun. And when we came out, everything was just, I was still learning. You know what I mean? So now I can just sit back and like really plan on what I want to do and plan on what I want to be. So that's what I'm in.
this next project, like in the streaming era, like when Illmatic came out, classic, right? 36 Chamber, people say classic, and you've had classics, but today, I feel like classic has lost a lot. Like maybe the streaming era has saturated that word from a classic. What do you think about that?
I just feel like ain't nobody having fun. Everybody just getting dissed and smoked. You know what I'm saying? I think this year right now, everybody back to like, you know what I'm saying? All right, fuck it, let's have some fun. Let's feel free. Let's goddamn go in and make as many songs as we need. Let's make songs for the girls. Let's make songs for the club. Let's rock out. We want to get on this yacht and have some fun in Miami. So that's what I think it is. And like I said, I think they've been missing like guys like me. You know what I'm saying? I'm a real piece that you got to take from and learn from and understand where the music coming from. You know what I'm saying? And where the sauce coming from. And so this album right here gonna prove it.
Yeah. Yeah, it does feel like people have turned the corner on like I mean, there's so much negative shit to begin with, man. Hip hop by nature was like supposed to be about telling a story, showing the fun that they was having, the life you're living, and there's realities to the story, there's darkness to it, but you're supposed to have fun. That's what people want right now.
But at the same time, you still had your other like even in hip hop, you still like back in the day, you still had like all your big people, but at the same time, you still might go here. If you need the vibe, you might come to Atlanta. If you need to listen to some OutKast, you might go to Miami. If you need to listen to some Uncle Luke and shit like that. So it's just like, I feel like right now, all different branches is going crazy. So it's like however you want to, whatever space you want to live in, this go around. And I think, like I said, it's a big chunk missing.
Yeah. You feel like you have your best album in front of you?
Yeah. Yeah, this is my best free work, you know what I'm saying? I feel like when I say free, I'm feeling like I don't give a damn. I'm just doing how I feel.
That's the best way to create.
Yeah.
What do you think about rap scene in general now? Not as much the artists that we were talking about, but like some of the young artists and your thought around like record labels and not even knocking record labels, more so where the industry's headed from that perspective. And do you just see this wave, right? You have United Masters and Gamma, and there's a handful of these companies now giving artists the ability to be able to kind of control all their distribution, monetize differently. Do you feel like that's just going to continue that momentum?
Yeah, because of social media, you feel me? I think you can just pop off any day. You know what I'm saying? Before it was, you got to put posters up in the streets. You got to put the mixtapes in the sleeve. You got to take over your city, take over your town. Now it's like, if you say the right thing and say the catchy phrase, you can post it up on socials and you'll be viral in no time. And next thing you know, your phone ringing and you swerving, been in that corner wall.
Straight up. So back to the question about success then. So when this is out, what will success feel like for you? Or is it just you'll know what that feels like?
Say it one more time.
Success. Like what will it feel like? What has to be?
Like if it happened to me?
Like, no. After like when this album comes out, right? Like first week sales is cool, but that's no longer the metrics in which you live by. The stream numbers make no sense. Like you just hear.
Yeah, I feel like that don't matter. I just feel like getting it out and being finished and complete and letting them people know where I came from and the basic, like I said, like tapping them in and getting them in tune to what Quavo feel like. What's this Quavo gonna look like for the next 5 years? Like when I even released Rocket Power, the album before, like it felt like my therapy, you know what I'm saying? Because that was my first album since like everything happened. So I was just like, it felt good. It felt so good. I was so proud of myself when I dropped Rocket Power. Like it didn't matter no numbers, anything. Cause like I said, we did what we supposed to do, but like this one, of course I want to win.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't never play this game to not win. And I know this one gonna win, but at the same time, I'm already winning. And I already won. But I'm gonna put this one out. And I feel like this is my championship Quavo debut.
Does loss like that give you a different perspective in general?
Of course. Of course. You just learn how to filter out a lot of the, the bullshit and what's real and what's fake.
And appreciate
a lot of the stuff that's there. You know what I mean?
And that's part of you now for the rest of your life.
For sure.
Take that with you everywhere.
For sure.
That mentality as you started venturing into acting, and you've been acting for a minute now, and I know you have a film coming out this summer, right?
Yeah.
What is that?
It's a short film on my it's a short film to like pop off the whole album. The album called Satchmo. We still kind of like playing with the title for the short film. And it's just a great short film about like the introduction to my new chapter, and like I said, everything new. So it's gonna be a lot to talk about.
What has acting been a challenge for you?
Yeah, it's kind of different. I ain't gonna lie. It's like long video shoots, like 2-3 day video shoots, going over the same thing. But at the same time, it's fun. It's a challenge, and I can't not say no to like doing movies with John Travolta and Robert De Niro and my guy Randall. He always, you know what I'm saying, look out for me and put me in nice movies. So I need to step it up. Let's go.
He told me you guys have another movie you start filming, right, in April?
Yeah, it's in April. It's out here in Miami too. It's called Cash Out 3.
That's fire.
Yeah. Then I got another film where I'm starring. It's called Takeover. And it's like based on like the takeovers, just, you know, like they go around in Miami, they shut the whole street down and do like donuts. All the kids do donuts. So it's like a live action animation film. It's like I think me, Soraya, and Billy Zane is in the movie. So it's gonna be crazy.
You're in movies with fucking Robert De Niro, bro.
Yeah,
these are real people.
That's how I popped out. That was my first movie now. Yeah.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah.
So was there somebody that, like, when you're with Bob, do you lean on him for, like, can you ask him some shit? You ask him no advice?
I was kind of starstruck and trying to, you know what I'm saying, kind of be respectful. You know what I'm saying? That's the OG. You just stay over there and do it. He got like a
OG.
regiment, you know what I mean? So I was just making sure I watch him on screen. And actually, we got a time to, like, you know, do a scene. So I was just kind of, you know, mirroring myself off his class and stuff like that.
That's crazy, though. That's got to be one of those things where, like, even though you've been successful now 15, 20 years, even a scene with Robert De Niro, that's going to be like, what the fuck am I doing?
Yeah, guys like that, it still trip you out because you know, you growed up watching them on the screen.
And this is something you want to keep doing. It's going to be a big part of your future, acting.
Yeah, for sure. I just got with my boy Mike G over there at UTA. They better get it right. Let's get it.
Get it right, Mike. Get it right, bro. Is there a role? Is there something that you, like, you got a North Star with acting, or you just got your head down learning?
Nah, I wrote this film about like our time, like Migos growing up in on the North and like having this spring break. And we used to go like to Panama City during spring break. Like I wrote a big film, and Seth Rogen actually helped me write it. And like I'm just holding on to that. So that's like my baby to, like, after I drop the short film. So when everybody go crazy about the short film, I'm like, I got this whole.
You're good, fellas.
I'm ready to go.
When you think about, like, your guys' place in history, it's obviously everybody of any generation knows, you know, you guys are cemented in history. Do you feel like you guys get the credit you deserve for the movement you created, the work you put out, and just what Migos meant to so many people?
Yeah, I think so. They always put us in the top 3. You know what I'm saying? Top 3, top 5. OutKast being number 1, but they're a duo, so we kind of beat them out to 3.
Yeah.
But I think we do.
Who else they got in there? Wu-Tang?
It's kind of be like, it's always like OutKast, Wu-Tang, and us. That's kind of like the main thing.
Yeah.
So I ain't mad at. I'm never mad at that. Years later, though, it's gonna be us, so they gonna be, ain't nobody gonna be hurt them.
Yeah, because this generation will stop mentioning that. Yeah. That's just like everyone
That's
under.
Just how I go.
Yeah, anyone under 35 says Bron's a GOAT. Like, and certain people always say MJ's a GOAT. Well, did you have a relationship with OutKast coming up in Atlanta?
Nah, I ain't never. I met Big Boy, but I ain't never met Andre 3000. I would love to meet him though, for sure.
Was Atlanta rap still run rap in your mind?
I think it's up for grabs right now. I think it's back to like freelancing, but for sure, I never not say us.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Because we, like I said, got all the swag, everything. You need us to even thrive, and you got to come to Atlanta even to pop off a song and a record. I mean, any other city is kind of tough. New York, for sure. They doing like they sing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But that shit, that stays in New York a lot too.
Yeah.
The shit that's popping in New York stays in
For
New
sure.
York. Were there, when you were growing up, was there like a New York or West Coast artist or vibe that influenced you?
It was more like New Orleans.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like Hot Boys, Master P, that kind of that era.
Yeah.
New York, I ain't really get into Jay till like I was like 14 and 15. So I started understanding that shit he was talking. You feel me?
Yeah.
And then my boy, he used to always put me on it. So I was like, I think the first song I heard that kind of put me on the Jay, I forgot is I could sell water. When he said I could sell water to a well,
Yeah.
that turned me. I was a fan since then. So
That was off the Black album.
Yeah. So I might be late.
You ever see Fade to Black? The doc?
No.
Film? I produce it. That's my plug.
For real?
Yeah. You should watch it.
What it's about?
It's the making of the Black album and Jay's narrating.
I ain't never seen it.
Oh, it's fucking classic. It's a classic.
You gotta tap me in. Send it to me. Send me the link.
It's classic. No. And you know something crazy about that? So they had shot the concert at the Garden, which at the time was going to be his last show ever. It was supposed to be his like retirement. Dropped the Black album, I'm back out, it was it. So then they wanted to do something with the footage, and we ended up turning this into a feature film. We got distribution with Paramount and shit. So the director wanted him to do the voiceover, do narration, one take, the whole hour and 40-minute film. He sat in the studio, was watching footage in real time and like telling the story. So when you watch it back, imagine that this was legitimately one take, nothing prepared.
That's crazy.
So you see the session with Rick Rubin, Timberland, it's Just Blaze, Kanye going back and forth, that bass line, it's crazy.
That's hard. You gotta send me that.
I'm definitely going to.
Tap me in, OG. What's up with you?
Your business is a part of your entire makeup as well. Like athletes now, I feel this from young athletes, there's a pressure to be able to build a business at the same time that you are mastering your craft, right? And a lot of athletes, like I remember we did a show that we had Bron and KD on one of the early Boardroom episodes and asked LeBron like a piece of advice he was giving a young athlete. And his advice right away was like, you need to just lock in on ball. Like all this comes from ball. Without basketball, none of this is possible. But there is this new pressure now when I meet young athletes, they want to talk venture capital. I'm like, you're 16, you're 17, but it's part of the expectation. Do you feel like that's like a big part of the badge that, you know, your peers wear about like what else you're doing? What else is the business of Quavo? And that's important now?
Yeah, it's important, but it's important when like stuff going on, when you have stuff going on, you know what I mean? When you actually going out there and made a name for yourself, or when you actually balling, when you actually doing it, you know what I mean? Reaching out and networking is cool, making your name and saying, hey, what's up, my name is so-and-so. I see you in a few years is cool, but like trying to jump into a deal just because there's money out there, I don't think is the right thing. You know what I mean? And I feel like with guys younger now, you know what I'm saying, I think like it's an easier way to bite into it because you watching other, you know what I mean, athletes or other people with stuff, you know what I'm saying, flexing and doing whatever. And it's like, all right, it's because that person is that person. It's like, it's opportunities for everybody as long as you, like you say, lock in and focus on what you're doing, your phone gonna ring off the hook.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's gonna always be there. It's gonna always be a time for you, and not just feel like you just gotta just lock in and focus on what you wanna do and how you gonna answer the call.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure. And that's what gets lost, is like forgetting that you should be doing what you want to do, right? As opposed to just trying to check these boxes that you think come with being a famous rapper or a famous basketball player or athlete. Like, now let me get into investing, but what do you want, right?
Right.
And the main thing is still always the main thing. Those are still where the doors open from, and
they always gonna be there for sure.
And it can evolve. But you know, Jay's a multi-billionaire, but I'm sure if you ask him at the core, he's an artist. That's how it got here. Same with Bron, same with KD, same with you. That always comes first.
All right.
your philanthropy is incredible. What you've done. You know, I want your AAU team and what you're doing. I know you guys are on the Adidas circuit.
Yeah.
You get really involved.
Yeah. Yep.
And you sent real D1 like top players.
Yep. A couple of my guys they playing right now. One play at Florida State, one play at Ball State, one play up at St. John's.
Who's up at St. John's?
He didn't train a couple of my guys. Sneak, Davon Smith.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, he up there hooping.
They're hooping.
Yeah.
6 in the country.
So I'm like my 4th, 5th year in right now. You know what I'm saying? I done tried to get my boy Sean to come play. You know what I'm saying?
Damn, Sean.
Yeah, for sure. But you know what I'm saying? So I do reach out. You know, I reached out to him.
Yeah.
You know, I just feel like having that opportunity from a guy like me, you know what I'm saying, who don't want absolutely nothing from him, just want to see great things and make sure you get the right knowledge and the right support. Shit, I'm there. You know what I mean? I wish, because I play sports, like I said, I wish I had somebody in the hood that just come and be like, yo, stay out of any of this stuff right here, just focus on this, and if you want to look like this, we'll put all this on you. Just do what you need to do. You feel what I'm saying? And that's what I want to be, like a big brother to the team. And like I said, we got with Adidas, I think, like the last 2 years. This year we back independent. I want to go try to elevate and go Nike. I'm doing 7-on-7 right now. My 3rd year with them. It's a Huncho elite team, football.
Football, right?
A couple guys playing, couple 4-star, 5-star guys going to college right now.
That's dope.
I do Huncho Day every year.
Yeah, well, tell me more about Huncho Day.
Huncho Day is a day where I give back, and we do a 7-on-7 celebrity game. We've been doing that for 4 or 5 years now, and we've been having guys like Jaden Daniels before he won the Heisman, before he did you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like everybody that's balling now, they either done came or played at Huncho Day, so I be feeling like that's that blessing that God giving them while they be showing out there.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Always remaining humble and coming and showing love to my kids out there on the north. And it's just, you know, I just be trying to show them, you know, I'm always here to give back and be there for them.
You play QB on that team?
Yeah, I play QB on that team. On my 7-on team, yeah, for sure.
It's crazy how we benched C.J. Stroud and Ruben's
don't talk about that.
beach football game. Well,
Please don't talk about that, right?
I can't talk about it. By the way, I mean, you know you didn't look my way one time.
Man, my fault.
That one time.
Stroud didn't throw the ball your way at all. Did you catch one from Stroud?
No.
That's why we had to swap them out.
Because they wasn't getting me the rock?
That's what I'm saying. I did throw you the ball.
No, you did, but don't.
Yes,
no,
all right, there we go.
You threw me.
I threw you the ball.
No,
what you do with it?
No. I actually have a picture of it. It was awful. What you did was, it was a token. Like, and you said it after. I remember, I forgot who came back to the huddle. They was like, yo, what's up? You're like, I was just trying to show him some love. And I'm like, I'm right here, B. I'm right here. You just have to let my pattern go. Like, I couldn't get downfield as quick as Odell, but shit. Possession receiver. You threw that in the sand.
Nah, my bad. At least you got to look, though. That's what I'm saying. Stroud wasn't looking nowhere.
He only looked at Zoe.
Yeah, but he got right this season on the field.
Yeah, he
so
definitely did.
That put him where he's supposed to be.
So it'll be a battle next summer at Ruben's house.
Yeah,
a battle for the starting job between you and him?
It's a battle. We're going to have to go on the opposite side this year.
Football was your like biggest love when you were young, right?
Yeah, for sure.
And you were real deal.
I was all right, man. You know what I mean? I feel like if I would have had an opportunity, I would have been playing. You know what I'm saying? But I was okay. Did what I was supposed to do. But like I said, if I would have had it where I was at now with them cameras and iPhones and cleats and gloves and everybody sending that stuff, oh yeah. Y'all boy couldn't stand a chance.
You just had a gift for it and played. You weren't like it.
For sure. Now I was at it was 2010, so it was like, it was right at the peak of Facebook. Like, all this stuff was just popping. But social media, I think I would have been all right.
Yeah, because that way you couldn't hide. You can't hide now. If you got talent, they'll find you.
For sure.
Back then, if the situation was fucked up, you just wouldn't get looked.
Yeah.
So you could really throw it. I saw you outside of
Mind,
looking me off. You really could throw it, bro.
Don't go gassing me up. I was like, Zoe don't like that.
By the way, Zoe came off that day. Zoe played his ass off, except he dropped the pick six.
Yeah, he dropped the pick from Brady. You know what I'm saying? I caught one from Brady.
Did you run it back?
No, I caught it.
DeMar Hamlin ran it back, but Zoe had a pick six to the house.
Yeah,
that would have been incredible.
You weren't ready. It's okay.
As you've gotten more successful, wealthier, what are the challenges? Like, how tapped in do you stay back where you grew up and in your community, or has it never been a thing? You always around?
Oh no, that ain't never been a thing. I'm always around. I'm always pulling in, making sure somebody taking care of. We good. That's the no, man. I got to.
You got to, right?
We the only hope. You feel me?
You feel that love every time.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's got to be inspiring for every young person.
Yeah. And, you know, now I got this restaurant. They can always go to the restaurant and sit up there and wait on me now. So it's like.
Oh, you got a restaurant back home?
We got us a center. Yeah, V12. Shout out to V12.
That's fire.
Yeah, so.
So what, you have a lot. You're doing a lot. You're doing a lot,
man. You got to put you know.
What other brands have you built and launched or deals?
We got White X Cognac. Can you put the camera on that right there? Yeah.
Smooth.
You know what I'm saying? We drinking the White X way. We having cognac. This is on the shelf. This is at duty free. If you're on the airport going to the islands, check on in duty free. You're gonna see your boy right there. And just copy your bottle, put it in your suitcase, let them folks know you traveling with, and you'll be all right.
You go neat or on the rocks?
We go on the rocks. It's watered down, but it's all good.
And Huncho.They is back home, right? Every year.
Yeah, it's back home. North side of Atlanta, Berkmar High School, where I was, you know, from, and that's where we started our rap career. So I'm always showing love. Hopefully, we're trying to get it in the Benz Stadium because, you know, it's getting bigger.
Yeah,
we're getting big, man. It's big.
It's fun when you start like building a product from scratch like that. You know, I was gonna ask you if you were present. I saw you had a quote I remember back in the day about Bernie Sanders, and you came out and co-signed Vice President Harris at the time. Did you feel like, what was the genesis behind that? Was that something that you really felt like you needed to do? That, and did they approach you? Did you just kind of raise your hand and wanting to do this?
She was just, you know, she supported my Rocket Foundation and Gun Violence Foundation, and she actually passed a bill in the White House.
Oh yeah, you went up to Congress, right?
Yeah, about gun violence. So, like I said, when my nephew passed away, I, you know, trying to turn my tragedy into triumph. You know, so whoever in the House right now, I'm gonna go the biggest way. I'm gonna go to the White House and I'm gonna sit down with whoever in office and try to get a solution to going with gun violence, because everybody died, whether you buy a gun or everybody lose their life by a gun. So whether you're a Democrat or Republican, it's still an issue. So that's why I'm there.
And this is like part of your life's work now, right?
For sure.
Tragedy you dealt with, obviously, and just your environment growing up and what you've seen. This is something that you'll keep building and take with you.
Absolutely.
That's amazing. So you've been at the White House with Bobby De Niro. It's crazy, man. You ever think about like from where you came from and how quickly all this has happened and look at your life?
Like I said, me and my nephew, we always saw the dream. You know what I mean? We always see us being in big, like seeing our names being somewhere, you know? So sometimes you can envision it. And when it comes to you, you know what to do, you know how to handle it. And that's why I think my longevity in the game, you know, so I ain't had to do nothing crazy or did anything to upset my people. And because I feel like I've been here before.
This is gonna be a big phase right now. Film coming out, new album. Feels like your perspective has never been sharper. You feel it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, man. Well, I appreciate you letting us in. I'm excited about what's in front of us. Outside of the fact that you didn't throw me the rock, man, I love everything you're doing.
For sure, man. I appreciate it. Don't worry about it. We'll get, one thing about it is it happens every year.
Every year.
Get your hands ready this year.
Get me the ball in the right spot. I got you.
I got you.
Well, this has been Quavo, Boardroom Cover Story from Miami Beach. Got the cognac on the table, album coming out, movie coming out. This guy's one of the best of the best. Tune in, subscribe, go to boardroom.tv. This is Rich Kleiman, I'm out, y'all.